Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So with the current meta kind of just really wanting to go into the extra deck, I felt I was gonna do kind of a little update to my Nekroz deck, which is just an archetype that does not really let the other player go into the extra deck, or if they do, it's gonna negate their effects. I think it's just a really good deck right now, especially if you're into ritual decks. Ritual summoning. This is just a really cool deck to check out. So this weekend, hopefully, I will have kind of an updated schedule for you guys. Just some decks that I have coming up and just some cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned for that. And we will get right into this deck profile. Starting off with 3 Unicorn. One of the better cards in the deck. Basically, when you have this on the field, you're going to be negating the effects of face-up monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck. Really good. You can also, when he's in your hand, just discard this, target a Nekroz card in your graveyard, and add it to your hand. So that comes up every now and then he's also a level 4. So you can, if you get him on the field, you could potentially go into some rank 4s and other cool stuff. And then another very good one, Brionack. He's basically, you can just discard him and then add any Nekroz monster from your deck to your hand, except for Brionack. And then when he's on the field, you can target up 2 face-up monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck and shuffle them into the deck. So again, just really hurting decks that are special summoning from the extra deck. And then going with just 2 Colossalus. It's a good one because you can discard it, and you'll be able to discard him, and then add a Nekroz spell and trap from your deck to your hand, which is, we don't have any traps yet, but it's always going to be one of your ritual cards, so it's just a ritual spell card searcher. And then during either player's turn, when he's on the field, you can target a face-up monster, again, that was special summoned from the extra deck, and then that target's attack and defense becomes 0, and its effects are negated. And then for going second, 2 Trishula, because basically when this card is ritual summoned, you're going to banish 3 of your opponent's cards, 1 from their hand, field, or graveyard. So that is detrimental usually for a lot of decks. And then also, when a card or effect is activated that targets a Nekroz monster you control, you can discard this and negate it. So good protection there too. Valkyris is a really good combo card actually, because during your main phase when he's on the field, you could tribute 2 monsters from your hand or field, and then you draw the same number of cards. So destroying those cards will just gain you more advantage cards in your hand to then just go off more with your combos. And then when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish 1 Nekroz card from your graveyard, destroy this card, discard this card, and then negate the attack and end the battle phase. So really good again, kind of just protection. Same thing with Gungnir, just 1 of this card. You're going to be able to discard this, then target a Nekroz monster you control, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Then you could also discard 1 Nekroz card, and then target a card on the field and destroy it. That's an on the field effect. Usually you're just using it as kind of just protection. And then we have the last Nekroz ritual monster is Decisive Armor. Just again, another nice one to have on there, because during either player's turn, you can discard this, target a Nekroz monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. And then we also are playing 2 Shurit. Basically, when you tribute summon with this card, you can add a warrior type Nekroz monster from your deck to your hand, so you'll be able to search your Colossalus, or your Brionack, or Trishula, any of them. So pretty good actually. And then for our Incantations, going with 3 Chalice Slime now, it is just really good. Basically, the main reason you're using it is you can just reveal this, discard a card, and then you can just special summon an incantation from your deck, which basically searches you anything you need. Because when you special summon Candle, you'll be able to add a ritual spell. If you special summon Talismandra, you'll be able to add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Pensaplume will be able to add a ritual monster from your graveyard to your hand. And then just one Bookstone, he's going to add a ritual spell from your graveyard to your hand. So he's the least important one. But they all come up, they're all good. Yeah, just really good search engine right here for ritual decks. And then a normal summon that we're playing, 3 Manju. Basically just normal summon it and search either a ritual monster or a ritual spell. Simple as that. It's a level 4, so again, with a Unicorn and this card, you can go into some rank 4s. And then the best card to play with the Incantations is by far Zaborg. Basically, you get your 2 Incantations on the board, and then you can tribute summon this card with those 2 Incantations. And then you'll be able to tribute summon him, and then target himself, destroy it, and then both players will send, usually it's going to be 8 cards from your extra deck to the graveyard, and then you'll get to choose, since you're tributing a light monster, you'll be able to choose what cards your opponent sends. So basically you're just going to be picking out 8 cards from your opponent's extra deck and sending them to the graveyard, which again, for a lot of the decks, a lot of the meta decks, that just kills them. And then also the last little engine we're playing, just 1 Ben 10, and then the 1 Vanity's Ruler. Basically, you get to Ben 10 a number of ways by searching it, and then when you tribute summon using this card, you'll be able to search your Vanity's Ruler, and then stop your opponent from just special summoning. Super, super powerful for obvious reasons. So, yeah, that is the monsters that we're playing. Quite a few. It's a ritual deck. So for some of them, you do play a high monster count. Playing 2 Kaleidoscope. I like this one a lot because you're going to be able to tribute summon using monsters from your extra deck, which sometimes using those, you'll be able to get a search, or just, be able to get multiple Nekroz ritual monsters out with this card, which is nice. And we're playing 2 Mirror. This one, you're going to be able to banish Nekroz monsters from your graveyard. You use those as tribute fodder, basically, to get out a ritual monster. So that card's nice. And the Nekroz Cycle is going to be able to special summon a Nekroz monster from your graveyard, or your hand, either way. But I like 2/2/2. I always have. I probably will always play it like that. They just come up. And then we are playing the 1 Inception. This card is good usually in the graveyard, because you can just send an incantation card from your hand to the graveyard, and then be able to just special summon an incantation monster from your deck, and then you'll also be able to add this card to your hand. So this is one that you do want to try to get to the graveyard, but obviously you can also use this to ritual summon any of your ritual monsters, so it's kind of nice for that too. And then our search cards, 3 Preparation of Rites, basically search any of your ritual or most of your ritual monsters, just a level 7 or lower. Really nice. And then Reinforcing the Army is pretty much there to search our Colossalis or Shuret, either one. Yeah, that is the main deck. Extra deck. So this first part is kind of focused more on the Zaborg targets, because you're going to be able to send 8 monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard. And so ideally, You want to definitely send Herald, because you will be able to search a ritual monster or ritual spell if this card is sent to the graveyard. Elder Entity is nice for just popping anything if it's sent to the graveyard. Omega, basically you'll be able to target one other card in your graveyard and then shuffle that and this card back into the deck. So if you need to reuse another Herald, get that back in, or really any other card, but it's a nice one to have. And then totally awesome, if this is sent to the graveyard, you'll be able to target a water monster and add it to your hand. So that's basically all your Nekroz monsters. So that card again is pretty cool for that. So yeah, usually you're sending these and then one more just random card. The link we're playing, the Lone Link, Cross Sheep. Basically, if you ritual summon while this is on the field, you'll be able to draw 2 and then discard 2 cards. So comes up, it's nice. About the only one you want to play really. And then our rank 4s, Emerald. Nice because you'll be able to load up your graveyard usually with monsters pretty easily. So being able to shuffle them back and then draw is just really nice. Baguska, nice stall card. And then Exton Knight if you need to go second and hopefully blow up the board. That's a good way of doing it. And then the last of the cards are basically just kaleidoscope targets. So we got a level 3, our 10, level 11, and level 12. You want to maximize on your chances of being able to summon 2 ritual monsters out. So that's why you play a lot of the high level ones. Really nice to be able to just get 2 monsters out basically for free. So that's that, guys. Again, I feel like this is just a really good deck for the current format. Just stopping stuff from the extra deck, because that's all anyone wants to do nowadays is make Nekroz and Halka-Fibrax and going to Borload Savage. That's all they want to do. So a deck like this kind of just stops them dead in their tracks. But yeah, again, I have an update coming hopefully this weekend of some upcoming decks. So we'll catch you on the next one.